Okay, actually the monitor's showing this is a little blurry, but let's just roll with it for now and see how it goes. Okay, so we see we wrote these two hypotheses down, and one is considered the null. This is sort of my default. I'm going to assume I don't have 2/3. And we said maybe we make n 12, and we're allowed to ask those 12 people how they would vote. And if there's significant evidence that p is greater than 2/3, we're going to pick the alternative hypothesis for our test. So the other two elements of a statistical test, remember I said there was 4, involves this. First, I set up the hypotheses. Now I also have to know how I'm going to do the test. So the next one is the test statistic. So we'll call this y star is called the test statistic. And this comes from the sample, obviously, comes from the sample. So in this case, we would say, for this case, this example, maybe I let y star equal the sum I equals 1 to n yi, okay? And maybe n is 12 here, okay? N is 12. So in this example. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on with the focus here. Let me see. Maybe if I were a little higher here. Okay, well, if that's true, if n equals 12, then, and this is going to be my test statistic, the last part of the last element of the test, so there's 4 test elements of the test. 1 is the null hypothesis, 2 is the alternative hypothesis, 3 is the test statistic. I should put it over here, 3. And 4 would be the rejection region. So this is the region for which if y star is in the rejection region, this implies we choose HA. Okay, so that's the region we choose HA. So in this case, can you think of a reasonable rejection region for this case? Okay, so I have n is 12. P is, I don't know what P is, right? So we're going backwards. So we have a sample. So in this example, when would we want to say P is greater than 2/3? What if all 12 said they would vote yes, or vote for A? We might want to conclude P is greater than 2/3. Now, P might not be greater than 2/3, and still all could choose to vote for A. But you get the idea. We want to look at this test and make a decision based on the results of the test. So for this case, for these, and it's pretty much always for this particular test, I mean, it could be a different application, but when we're testing P from a Bernoulli distribution, and we want to test if it's greater than something, we would have this kind of test. So for this test, makes sense, we want RR to be equal to a set of y star such that y star is greater than k. So in other words, I want to claim P is greater than 2/3 if Y star is sufficiently big. Okay, so what should K be? Okay, so this is next. I think I might even have to move everything to get better light. I don't think you probably don't like this light. It doesn't look very appealing. Let's see, maybe we can finish this lecture. Okay, so suppose, no, we'll stop. And I'll continue on in the next one. So please go to the next video.